Hi, I'm just going to show you how we can use one of the new tools within j2launch, which means you can bring in a PDF into the J2E suite of tools, and actually a pupil can write on top of it. Obviously, the problems with PDFs are that they are uneditable unless you have software that you can do that with. And what's happening is the online learning at the moment, staff and teachers sending home PDFs, and pupils have to actually print them off and do them manually, and perhaps take a photograph and upload it. So this is a way within the J2E suite that you can actually upload a PDF and use the J2E tool to write on top. So I'm going to show you how we do that. So I've logged into J2E, and we've got a little tool called J2 PDF. I'm just going to click on this one in a moment, and it's going to ask me to bring in a PDF that I want to use. Now I'm going to just click on choose a PDF file. You can drag it across if you've got it on your desktop by, minimizing your screen and dragging something in. So I can do that for you very quick if you want to. So let's just take this PDF here. This is a ticket for an event I went to, so I can drag it onto that document. Or if I don't want to do that, I can just click on Open PDF and search for the document. Actually, I might show you that now. It might be easier to do that at that point. So I'm just going to redo that activity. I'm going to click on J2 PDF, and this time I'm going to click choose a PDF file, and there you go. What happens is that the computer says, where is it? And you can select the PDF and bring it straight in. I'll cancel that now because I've already got a PDF behind it. Can you see it's brought it straight into J2E5? So what's happened now is it's like a background in a way, a picture, and we can use the tools within the PDF, the J2E, to write on top. So I can take my pen tool, I can take my text tool. Here we go, let's get a bit of text. I'm going to do a little text box. So I might say, here is my writing. It might be that child's starting a story, or here's my my maths problems. Obviously, I've got a teacher ticket to a computing history tool, which was actually very good. And then you can actually write on top. So if I wanted to do a little scribble, I choose a pen tool and I can scribble on top. So it basically gives you that ability to write on top of a PDF. So it's really useful. And then obviously what will happen is the children can share save that piece of work. So they've done it and they've saved it. And you can then mark it or have a look at it within the pupil files. Now what you can do, I'm just going to undo that scribble, is set that as a task. So I'm going to leave here is my writing on there. I'm going to save it myself. So click on save. I'm just going to call it history tour. History tour. Okay, I'm going to click on save it. This is also how I'm going to share this with a group of users. So actually what I'm going to do is create this as a shared document. So I've saved it. So this might be, your little template with your boxes in, your worksheet that you found that you want the children to work on top of to answer questions, etc. If I close that down, I'm going to go back to j2launch, close the PDF tool down, back to j2launch. Obviously at the moment it's in My Files. So I click on My Files. There we go. And there's my PDF that I've just uploaded. Now, do you remember how we share this to a class? I wanted the whole class to be able to get this document and work on it. So, a way of delivering that piece of work, that content to a more wider group. I'm going to click on the little eye icon on the side, and I'm going to click on share. Okay. Now, there's two ways to share it. Obviously, you can make it public. So click on that little icon here, which means anybody can see this document. Copy that URL and send that out. Another way to do it is I'm going to come out of that. Just going to go back to private, then it's going to come out of publish. Can you see at the moment it says shared with? So at the moment it's not shared with anybody. It's just in my files. So if I click on this little drop down, you should have in here your classes, your teachers, your year groups, etc. So if I click on all classes, we've got for 2 pretend classes, one called Orchard class, one called Tulip class. So I can click on, so actually this is a piece of work that I want all the children in Orchard class to have a go at. So I click on all classes, I click on Orchard class. The annoying part is it doesn't have any OK or save button. It's just it's done. We can say it's done because can you see it says shared with Orchard class. I could show a Tulip class as well if I wanted to. Go back into Tulip class, go there. Tulip class. Oh, now it's shared with both classes. So again, There's no save. I'm going to close that window down. I'm going to go back to j2launch. Oh, just going to move myself out of the way. And you've got a little folder called shared files. The pupils will have that as well. So what happens now is I'm in Tulip class. I've logged into J2E. My teacher's told me that there's some work in shared files to get to. And I'm going to click on shared files. There we go. There's Orchard class. There's Tulip class. Click on Tulip. There's the work that I've set them. They would do the same thing. Obviously, they're going to their own little folder. They click on the resource. This is really important. It opens it up in sort of full mode. The children want to do their work, want to edit it, write on it, put the answers in. They need to click on edit, and then it takes them back into the working mode. Then they can do their annotation on top, save it into their folder, and then you can see as a teacher. Remember, you've got access in pupil files to all the classes and all the children, so you can see the work that's been done. Hope that's useful. It's quite a nice little tool. It's just popped up into J2E Suite. Nice to use for, especially in the moment when we know there's some really good PDFs out there, but how do you get children to interact with that? So I'm hoping that's been really useful for you. Okay, thank you very much.